of the most charming colonial towns in old Mexico is San Miguel Allende, located about 200 miles north of Mexico City on the road to Monterrey. Strife and confusion beyond the boundaries of the town have little or no effect on San Miguel, for here life moves at a slow, even tempo, and man and beast alike are at peace with the world. San Miguel was founded over 4 centuries ago, and due to the fact that the innovations of time have not yet disturbed its peaceful setting, the town, with its 14,000 inhabitants, presents a true picture of life as it is today in many parts of rural Mexico. This quaint little village is noted for its picturesque churches, convincing evidence of the people's unfaltering faith in their religion, which has brought spiritual comfort to them through the centuries. The inhabitants are proud not only of the physical beauty of their little town, but also proud of its history, for it is the birthplace of General Allende, the first military leader of Mexico's War of Independence from Spain. The informal manner of life here, together with the centuries of history and legend, have made San Miguel a favorite haunt of writers as well as artists. The stately old convent of Las Monjas has been converted into a school for artists who come here from all parts of the country to take courses in every field of art, from watercolors or oils to pottery and weaving. Not far from here, on the outskirts of Queréaro, is the famous chapel built by the Austrian government in memory of Emperor Maximilian, who was executed on this spot by Mexican Republican forces in 1867. And his last words were, "I die in a just cause, the independence and liberty of Mexico. I forgive all, and I pray that all may forgive me. May my blood flow for the good of my adopted country. Viva Mexico!" This famous church of La Cruz afforded shelter for the unfortunate Maximilian in his hour of doom, which incidentally also ended Napoleon III's dream of conquest in the New World. Querétaro's giant aqueduct, about 5 miles in length, was built over 200 years ago by the Indians under Spanish supervision, and it still serves its original purpose of conveying water to the city. Historically speaking, Querétaro is one of the most famous cities in Mexico, and its record is gloriously emblazoned on the pages of that country's history. But aside from this, the native Indian still pursues the even tenor of his life and concerns himself only with simple, everyday necessities, not the least of which is cleanliness. In unique contrast with the quaint old towns of San Miguel Allende and Querétaro is the modern and progressive city of Monterrey, the largest and most important in northern Mexico, so industrialized that it is often referred to as the Mexican Pittsburgh. An outstanding example of the progressiveness and development evident everywhere in Monterrey is the Magertza Hospital, the largest and most modern private hospital in all of Mexico. The famous Carta Blanca brewery, a $10 million institution, is the largest of its kind in Latin America, covering about 20 acres of land and employing over 2,000 persons. Let those of us who have thought of Mexico only as a land of strumming guitars and singing mariachis listen to the symphony of modern industry, which may be heard any working day in the city of Monterrey, where hundreds of factories are now competing in the marts of international trade. Steel is being produced by a process which removes non-ferrous constituents of molten pig iron by oxidation with a blast of air and subsequent addition of the elements required in steel. Production of the iron and steel industry here has nearly tripled in the past 5 years, and the present trend of development, owing to the exorbitant demands of world construction, promises to place Mexico's industrial development in a most favorable position. These steel mills provide employment for over 5,000 men, every one of whom is assisting in the building of Monterrey into one of the greatest industrial cities of Mexico. In the suburbs of the city, we visit a modern summer home, where we enjoy Mexican hospitality in a picturesque setting at the foot of the towering Sierra Madre Range. No social event in Mexico is complete without a song by the romantic mariachis.
Ya no vuelve a mis potreros, mi fiel caballo no vuelve, no. Ya no relincha de gozo como a pues alguien la acarició. Maldita la suerte, pena que de repente se lo llevó. Ay, pobre mi caballo, baño cansé llorando porque murió.
And so life goes on in Mexico, where the civilizations of the 16th and 20th centuries still rub shoulders with each other and afford a most interesting contrast, while Her Majesty, Mother Nature, presides eternally over all.